In this video, we are going to talk about what is a candidate key, what is a primary key, and what is a foreign key, right? So, first of all, what is a key? Key is any attribute, right? Any property of an entity, right? Suppose I have, first of all, we will see what is use of key. So, use of key is to uniquely identify identify any two tuples in a row, any two tuples in table, right? And what does tuple mean? Tuple mean row, right? This is primary use of key. Now suppose I have a table, right? A student name, and then I have city, and then I have age, right? Suppose I have a student Amit, his city is Patna, age is 19. Another student I have Misra, age city is Bhubaneswar, age is 20. And then I have another student Amit, his city is also Patna, his age is also 19. So it seems like that these both tuples have same student, right? I cannot differentiate between this and this. People might think that these two are the same person, or they might get confused, right? So how to uniquely identify, right? So I will see more attributes. For example, I will see for Aadhaar number, Aadhaar card, right? Then I will see for roll number. Then I can see for registration number. Then I can see for suppose license number or voter ID, license number or voter ID. And suppose by roll number I mention them 1, 2 and 3. So roll number, there is a person whose name is Amit, roll number is 1, and there is another person whose name is Amit but roll number is 3. So these attributes combinedly form a set, and that set is called candidate key. Candidate key. Now, what happens? Any one key out of these which is most appropriate, any one key which is most appropriate for my table, I will take that. Suppose most appropriate will be roll number for me here, so I will take this. That key I will call primary key. So candidate key is set and primary key is that one most appropriate key, right? Now I am erasing this. I am discussing the next thing now. Yes. So now discuss about foreign key, right? Attribute or set of attributes that references to the primary key of same table or another table in relation, right? Let me erase this. Yes. Right. So what is foreign key? Suppose I have a table for a student. I have another table for course, right? Here I am having roll number 1, 2, 3 and the student name, of course, suppose A, B and A, right? And then I will have my address, suppose Delhi, Haryana or Mumbai, right? Now I have another table for course, and suppose I have course ID 1, C1 or C2. I have course name, suppose DBMS, AFL, and then I will have my roll number, right? But now what is the difference here? Here my roll number will act as primary key, no doubt, but here my roll number will act as foreign key. because here I will taking the roll number with reference to these roll numbers, right? So I will write accordingly. Right. I cannot write here roll number 10 because I don't have any student here having roll number 10. I cannot write here roll number 3 because I see, because of these values, these roll numbers, when I will refer here, only then I can write here, right? So this is difference between primary key and foreign key. In a table, primary key will having only one value. This is 1, 2, 3. But in a table, foreign key have multiple values. Yes, for example, any student having roll number 3 might be also enrolled in course 1. Right, it might also happen. So in a table, multiple foreign values can be also expected. Right. Now what is this table in which I am taking a foreign key? I have to reference from this another table. This table is called referencing table, and this table from where I referenced my roll number, this table is called referenced table, right? Now reference, I will see new student data, enter in course carefully, right? This thing I told you, and then we will then discuss about, yes, weak entity set, right? So weak entity set are those sets who do not have any primary key attribute, right? That's why we cannot uniquely identify. There is no uniqueness in that identity, and we cannot identify that entity on their own, right? Weak entities have total participation constraint in its identifying relationship in owner identity, and weak entity type can be partially, right? Weak entity is represented by double rectangle, and identifying relationship is represented by double diamond, right? This is double diamond, and partial key attributes represents with dotted lines, right? Suppose age is my primary key, but name is my partial key, right? So it is represented by dots, right? Dotted line. Why? It is because partial key gives me partial correctness. Suppose I can have many students from Patna, right? Many students from Gaya, but I will have uniqueness for student names. Suppose this is Raj, this is Amar, this is Amit, and this will give me more accurate uniqueness rather than Patna, Gaya and cities, right? So as I will approach toward more uniqueness, I can see that key can be called as partial key, right? Now suppose I have a representation like employee, right? And then identifying relationship, and then a weak entity dependent, and it has name, age, it has amount, and it has employee ID, name, address, right? Suppose I have 3 employees, right? Employee 1, employee 2, employee 3, right? I have IDs, 3 IDs, 3 names. Suppose Samar, Amar, or any name such as Ankit, right? So what does dependent here means? Suppose these all have a wife, right? So some employee can be there who has not married yet. So this dependent table might be vacant for them, right? And the information Because the company has information of these people, that's how the company will have information of their wives and kids, right? Suppose dependent is wife or kids, right? Any person who is not married, company will not have the information of wife and kid, and this is dependent or identified through this, right? Now if I have to make table, because here employee has partial participation but dependent has total participation, because it completely depends on the employee. Suppose Amar will leave the company, so company will also delete the data of his wives and kids. This happened through Amar, right? And suppose I have to make a table, right? Suppose employee table I have to make. So imply IDs will be my primary key. But suppose I have to make dependent table, right? So that table will be composed of hash relationship and dependent also. Three tables will not be made. Only two tables can be made for this representation, and that here ID imply and ID can be taken as foreign key because it references from here, right? So now suppose I have ID, imply ID here and name also of kids and wife. So this combined can be a primary key for me, right? So this is all for today. Let's see next thing in next video.